Alright, let's talk about a single note. Just one. It's 4 octaves above middle C, and honestly it's broken more operatic dreams than any other sound in the repertoire. It's not about volume, it's not about sustain. It's simply, impossibly, high. We're talking about the infamous F6 in Mozart's Aria. Many sopranos have attempted it, many have stumbled. But when Natalie Dessay stepped onto that Salzburg stage in 2003, she didn't just hit that F6, she didn't just nail it. She weaponized it. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, we're going to unravel exactly how she transformed a seemingly impossible squeak of sound into one of the most terrifying, thrilling and profoundly human moments in all of opera. This isn't just about vocal fireworks, it's about a scream of fury, a test of human limits, and a secret Mozart himself wrote for his sister-in-law's extraordinary voice. Now, I'm not here to scare you away from Mozart, or from opera in general, even if this particular note might make your fillings ache. Quite the opposite, actually. I'm here to show you this specific spot in the Queen of the Night's Der Hölle Rache aria isn't just a vocal challenge, it's the operatic equivalent of walking a tightrope made of razor wire over a pit of molten lava, all while juggling flaming knives. And yet, Natalie Dessay, she makes it look like a casual stroll to the corner bakery for a croissant. Seriously, we're going to unpack the sheer physics of that note, dive into the fascinating history behind its creation, and then zoom in on the tiny, almost imperceptible acting choices that flip the entire scene on its head. By the time we're done, you'll understand why conductors, even today, still whisper her name when they want to subtly, or not so subtly, threaten a soprano into pushing past their limits. It's a legend, and for good reason. Dessay didn't just perform a role, she the role, merging breathtaking vocal precision with an almost terrifying dramatic intensity. This isn't just singing, it's an exorcism of sound. First things first, let's talk about the cold, hard numbers. That F6? It sits precisely at 1,396 Hz. To put that into perspective, that's higher than most piccolo solos. It's frankly higher than some dog whistles, which, let's be honest, you can barely hear yourself. Mozart, that mischievous genius, penned this note way back in 1791 for his sister-in-law, Josepha Hofer. And what a sister-in-law she must have been. Apparently, Josepha not only possessed an astonishing vocal range, but absolutely showing off a whistle register that, legend has it, could shatter crystal. Imagine that. A voice so high, so piercing, it could practically vibrate glass off the shelves. Mozart wasn't just writing music, he was crafting a bespoke showcase for her unique talent, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible for the human voice. He embedded this technical marvel within a character of unparalleled fury and desperation, ensuring that the note wasn't just a stunt, but a dramatic exclamation point. Fast forward 2 centuries, and every aspiring coloratura soprano knows this truth. If you can sing this note with real, not just a strained squeak, not just a breathy whisper, but a fully resonant, laser-focused sound, you hold the keys to the kingdom. You've unlocked a secret society of vocal prowess. Many can hit it, sure, but to sing it, that's another story entirely. Dessay, bless her heart, didn't just those keys. She arrived with them jingling confidently in her hand. She just decided, with a mischievous glint in her eye and an iron will in her diaphragm, to repaint the entire door blood red, making it undeniably, terrifyingly. She transformed what was already a monumental challenge into a definitive artistic statement, proving that technical mastery could serve a deeper, darker, dramatic purpose. The F6 in her hands ceased to be a simple frequency and became a declaration of war. Let's clear something up right now. A lot of people, especially those new to opera, tend to call the Queen of the Night a simple villain. And honestly, that's just lazy. It's a superficial reading of one of Mozart's most complex and compelling characters. The Queen isn't some mustache-twirling caricature of evil. She's a mother who has been systematically stripped of everything. Her political power, her spiritual authority, and most crucially, most painfully, her beloved daughter Pamina. Her rage isn't baseless, it's born from profound loss and betrayal. So, when she launches into Der Hölle Rache, this isn't just a temper tantrum set to music. Oh no. This is a desperate, last-ditch coup attempt, a frantic power play wrapped in a lullaby from hell. It's a mother's anguish twisted into a command for vengeance. And Natalie Dessay? She She understands the raw, visceral pain beneath the fury. Watch her eyes if you ever get the chance, especially during that chilling line, Tot sei der Hund, dead be the hound. She's not just angry at Sarastro, the man who took her daughter, she's bargaining with fate itself. She's confronting her own powerlessness, and that F6? That impossibly high note isn't just a vocal flex. It's the sharp, gleaming knife she holds metaphorically to her own child's throat, forcing Pamina into an impossible choice. It's the sound of ultimate coercion, a mother's love curdled into a deadly weapon. That profound emotional layer, that deep understanding of the Queen's tragic complexity, is precisely what elevates Dessay's performance above every other singer who might treat the scene like an Olympic high jump, focusing only on the athletic feat. Dessay doesn't just hit the note, she imbues it with the Queen's entire tormented soul. This nuanced portrayal, this refusal to simplify the character, is what makes her Queen of the Night so devastatingly effective and utterly unforgettable. It's a masterclass in how to fuse vocal brilliance with profound psychological insight. Now let's talk about the meticulous artistry that precedes that explosive F6. It's not just a spontaneous burst of sound. 35 seconds before the F6 shatters the air, the orchestra undergoes a subtle, chilling transformation. The rich tapestry of sound drops away, leaving bare violins playing a haunting dotted rhythm D minor pedal. It's stark, it's ominous, and it immediately signals a shift in the dramatic landscape. The D minor, as we'll touch on later, is no accident. It's the key of the grave in Masonic symbolism, instantly deepening the sense of impending doom. As this skeletal accompaniment takes over, Dessay executes a seemingly minor, almost imperceptible movement. She half turns upstage, subtly giving the audience her profile. To the casual observer, it might look like a polite concession to the conductor, a slight adjustment to catch their eye. But let me assure you, this is no mere stage blocking. This is pure, unadulterated tactical genius. By turning her head, she slightly shortens the resonating space in her mouth. This seemingly tiny physical adjustment actually shifts her vocal formants, the resonant frequencies of the vocal tract, in a way that makes the impending, terrifying leap to the F6 feel closer, nastier, almost inevitable. You might not consciously register this micro-adjustment. Your conscious mind is too busy processing the drama, but trust me, your primal, lizard brain, it absolutely does. It senses the shift, the tightening, the impending explosion. The tension in the theater spikes, not just from the music, but from this almost subliminal physical preparation. It's a brilliant example of how Dessay, the singing actress, uses every fiber of her being, every physical nuance, to serve the dramatic moment and amplify the terror. She's not just singing, she's crafting an experience, building suspense brick by agonizing brick, all leading to that one shattering note. Here's the part where voice teachers around the world lean forward, their eyes narrowed, ready to freeze frame and dissect every millisecond. The breath Dessay takes before the F6 is a masterclass in vocal economy and explosive power. She inhales for precisely one crotchet. That's a quarter note for those of us not fluent in classical notation. Think about that. A fraction of a second. There's no luxuriant gasp, no dramatic, chest-heaving inhale that screams, "I'm about to do something difficult," and crucially, there's no collapsing sternum, no visible strain in her upper body. Instead, her ribcage swings laterally, expanding outwards with incredible efficiency, rather than vertically. This specific technique keeps her diaphragm high, engaged, and ready for immediate action. What does that achieve? It gives her a perfectly compressed air column, much like a diver pressurizing their tank before a deep descent. She's not just stocking up on air, she's loading a gun. Every ounce of that air is meticulously controlled, ready to be deployed with surgical precision. This isn't about volume of air, it's about the quality and control of the air. It's the difference between a balloon slowly deflating and a perfectly aimed dart. This short, precise, lateral breath is the foundation for the controlled explosion that follows, demonstrating an almost superhuman level of breath management and muscular control. It's a testament to years of rigorous training and an innate understanding of her instrument, allowing her to unleash immense power without any wasted effort. The coloratura run that catapults Dessay into that F6 isn't just a flurry of notes, it's a meticulously constructed launch sequence. It's a 12-note broken chord, D, F, A, C, D, F, E, D, C, B flat, A, F. Now most sopranos, when faced with such a daunting ascent, will subtly, almost imperceptibly, clip the penultimate A. Why? Because it gives them a tiny extra fraction of a second, a micropause, to gather themselves, to brace, to slam into the summit of that F6. It's a perfectly understandable survival tactic. But Dessay doesn't play by those rules. She sings straight through that penultimate A, refusing to let the tension drop for even a nanosecond. In fact, she does something even more audacious. She creates a tiny, almost subliminal crescendo on the B flat, right before the final F. This isn't just showing off, it's a deliberate, dramatic choice. By refusing to undersing the preceding notes, by building momentum rather than pausing, she makes that final F feel like an absolute detonation rather than merely a destination. It's not just an arrival point, it's the culmination of an unstoppable force. The real secret here isn't just hitting the high note, it's the profound respect and intensity she brings to the notes leading up to it. She refuses to treat any part of that run as mere filler. Every single note is imbued with purpose, with a terrifying inevitability, ensuring that when the F6 finally arrives, it's not just high, it's cataclysmic. It's a testament to her philosophy that every note, no matter how brief or seemingly insignificant, serves the larger dramatic narrative. She lands precisely on 1,396 Hz. Not almost, not approximately, but that's impressive enough on its own. But what's even more astounding is the overtone spectrum she produces. A pure whistle register, while high, can often sound a bit glassy, a bit thin, almost disembodied. Dessay, however, adds a crucial element. She actively brings in the seventh harmonic. How does she do this? By subtly narrowing her epilaryngeal tube. That's the small tube above your vocal cords. Translation for the rest of us: this physiological trick allows her to produce a faint bell-like ring, an ethereal quality that slices through the entire orchestra, even when she's singing at a pianissimo, a very soft volume. It's not just a high note, it's a high note with an almost supernatural resonance. She sustains it for exactly 7/10 of a second. Mozart, in his meticulous scoring, marks it with a staccato dot, indicating a short, detached note. Anything longer would sound vulgar, an unmusical indulgence. Anything shorter would feel like a cheat, a missed opportunity. Dessay nails that precise duration, a testament to her unwavering control, and then, the release. This is where many singers falter, letting the breath collapse or allowing the note to trail off weakly. Not Dessay. She releases the note not by simply letting go but by flicking her arytenoids, small cartilages in the larynx, sideways. This precise maneuver causes the vocal cords to come apart cleanly, instantly, and without any residual sound. There's no scoop into the note, no slide out of it, no oops, I slipped moment. It's a clean, decisive cut, as sharp and terrifying as the Queen's command itself. It's surgical precision, elevated to an art form, making the F6 not just a vocal feat but a statement of absolute chilling authority. The audience at the 2003 Salzburg Festival, witnessing this vocal and dramatic tour de force, erupts. But here's the fascinating thing, notice they erupt. It's not on the F6 itself, it's not during that impossibly high bell-like ring. No, the applause, the gasps, the sheer visceral reaction comes crashing down on the low G she sings immediately after. Think about that, a drop of more than 2 full octaves in less than a beat. It's a vocal bungee jump, a sudden plunge from the ethereal heights to the earthly depths. And what does that tell the crowd? It's her way of saying emphatically, I am not done with you yet. It's a mic drop, a defiant flourish that solidifies her dominance. The applause that follows isn't just relief that she hit the note, or admiration for her technique. It's a complex mixture. Half relief, that the excruciating tension is broken, and half sheer, utter submission to her artistry. She has just reminded them with undeniable force that true control, the kind that can navigate such extreme vocal leaps with such precision and dramatic intent, is infinitely more thrilling, more powerful, and ultimately more terrifying than mere volume. She didn't just sing a note, she commanded an entire emotional landscape, leaving the audience breathless and completely in her thrall. It's a testament to her profound understanding that the drama isn't just in the high point, but in the journey and the devastating impact that follows. It's a detail you might not consider, but it's profoundly important to Dessay's unique sound. She stands a mere 5 feet 2 inches tall on a tall day. Now, why does a singer's height matter? Well, a smaller physical frame generally means a smaller resonating cavity within the body. And a smaller resonating cavity, in turn, means higher natural formant frequencies. This isn't just academic, it has real-world implications for a singer. It means Dessay inherently has to work significantly harder to darken her timbre, to bring warmth and richness to her sound, to avoid sounding overly bright or thin, especially in the lower registers. It's a constant, subtle battle against her own physiology. But here's where her story takes an even more incredible turn. After undergoing surgery for a vocal cord cyst, she was left with one vocal cord slightly thinner than the other. For many singers, this would be a career-ending blow, a devastating liability. For Dessay, she adapted. She transformed it into an advantage. Laryngologists who studied her case post-surgery found that she compensated by increasing her subglottic pressure, the air pressure beneath her vocal cords, by roughly 4%. Now, 4% might sound trivial, a minuscule adjustment. But in the hyper-precise world of vocal mechanics, on a stratospherically high note like the F6, 4% is the difference between a flickering flashlight and a laser beam cutting through steel. It's the difference between a struggling effort and an effortless, piercing sound. She didn't just overcome a physical challenge, she a liability, turning a potential weakness into an undeniable strength, a testament to her extraordinary resilience, adaptability, and sheer will. It's a truly inspirational aspect of her journey, showing that limitations can sometimes forge unparalleled mastery. When we talk about the Queen of the Night's F6, many incredible sopranos come to mind, each bringing their own unique color to this iconic role. Diana Damrau, for instance, pings that F6 with a joyous, almost mischievous malice, her voice sparkling with a dangerous delight. June Anderson approaches it with imperial steel, her sound unwavering, regal, and utterly commanding. Sumi Jo delivers it with a champagne sparkle, a lightness and brilliance that is honestly breathtaking in its agility. Each of these interpretations is valid, thrilling, and technically astounding in its own right. But Dessay gives you pure, unadulterated, venomous grief. Her F6 isn't just high, it's a scream of existential torment. She's not simply scolding Pamina, her daughter, in that moment. No, she's wrestling with the agonizing reality that she must weaponize her own child, forcing her into an act of matricide. It's the ultimate betrayal, not just by Sarastro, but by circumstance, by fate itself. That profound, agonizing twist, the internal struggle of a mother pushed to the brink, colors every single syllable leading up to that high note. So when the F6 finally arrives, you don't just think, wow, that's high. Instead, a chill runs down your spine and you think, oh no, she really will kill us all. It's that deep, psychological understanding, that fusion of technical brilliance with raw human pathos, that truly sets Dessay apart. She doesn't just sing the notes, she embodies the devastating emotional landscape of the Queen, making her F6 a dramatic event, not just a vocal one. It's a terrifying, beautiful, and utterly compelling portrayal of a character teetering on the precipice of madness and despair. Mozart, ever the master of hidden depths, didn't just compose Der Hölle Rache as a vehicle for a high note. He burrowed the entire aria deep inside D minor, a key that held profound significance in Masonic symbolism. It was often associated with the grave, with death, with solemnity and the underworld. This wasn't a random choice, it was a deliberate coded message. And Natalie Dessay, with her meticulous attention to dramatic detail, respects that. She acknowledges that symbolic weight and incorporates it into her performance in ways you might not even consciously notice. One such example is her subtle darkening of the vowel color on the word Hölle, hell. Instead of singing it with a brighter, more open-y sound, she subtly shifts it towards a deeper, more resonant OE vowel. It's a microscopic phonetic choice, one that your conscious ear might not register as a distinct alteration. But your subconscious? Oh, it absolutely does. It registers as a visceral shudder, a deeper resonance that evokes a sense of dread and gravitas. She's not just singing about hell, she's conjuring its very essence, painting a sonic picture of its darkness. It's a brilliant, understated nod to the initiates in the pit, the musicians and the most knowledgeable audience members who would understand the Masonic code embedded within Mozart's work. She's winking at them, letting them know she's in on the secret, that she understands the profound symbolic undercurrents of the music. This attention to detail, this intellectual and emotional depth, transforms her performance from a mere vocal display into a richly layered theatrical and spiritual experience. It's a testament to her comprehensive artistry, where every choice, no matter how small, serves to deepen the narrative and enrich the audience's understanding. Alright, for those of you out there who are perhaps a little bit foolish, or maybe just incredibly ambitious, enough to try this at home, listen up. Here's a crucial piece of insight that can save your voice and your sanity. The F6 is not fundamentally a high note. It is, first and foremost, a fast note. You have quite literally, under 1 second to vibrate your vocal cords 1,396 cycles per second. Think about that sheer speed, that incredible frequency. It's a sprint, not a marathon. And in this particular sprint, speed absolutely beats pressure. Trying to muscle your way up there with brute force and excessive breath pressure is a recipe for vocal strain and potential damage. So, how did Dessay conquer this seemingly insurmountable challenge? She practiced the leap in reverse. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's pure genius. She would start on the F6, already at the summit, and then slide down an octave, then 2, then 3, always focusing on a clean, effortless release. The emphasis was never on grabbing the note or pushing into it, but on releasing it, on allowing the vocal cords to vibrate freely and without tension. By the time she flipped the exercise upside down, starting from the lower notes and ascending, her vocal cords had already mapped out the pathway. They remembered the sensation of reaching that F6 without tension, without strain, because they had already experienced the effortless descent from it. This method builds muscle memory in a way that minimizes resistance and maximizes efficiency. So, if you're brave enough to try, steal that routine. Practice the descent, master the release, and you just might save your voice while reaching for the stars. It's a profound lesson in vocal pedagogy. Sometimes the way forward is to start at the finish line and work backward. If you're hungry for more tiny, nerdy tweaks that transform good singers into absolute legends, then you absolutely need to tap that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way, you won't miss the next deep dive into the secrets of operatic greatness. Brownn drops new videos every single week, designed to keep your ears sharp, your knowledge growing, and your high notes alive and thriving. Ask any conductor under 40, any young vocal coach, or any aspiring soprano which queen of the night they grew up watching on grainy bootleg DVDs, and a significant portion, half, if not more, will name Natalie Dessay. Her 2003 Salzburg performance isn't just a recording, it's a living, breathing legend. It has become the yardstick, the gold standard, in young artist programs from the grand halls of Vienna to the bustling conservatories of Seoul. It's not because it's a performance of flawless antiseptic perfection, and let's be honest, there's a fluttered staccato in bar 43, if you listen closely enough, a tiny human imperfection. But that's precisely why it matters. It's because it proves unequivocally that technique, no matter how dazzling, is only truly interesting, truly profound, once it serves a deeper, more compelling human story. Dessay didn't just demonstrate vocal acrobatics, she performed an act of profound emotional vulnerability and dramatic conviction. She made coloratura, that often impersonal display of vocal agility, feel like a raw, unfiltered confession. She infused every trill, every run, every impossibly high note with the queen's anguish, her rage, her desperation. Her legacy isn't just about the F6, it's about transforming a technical challenge into a vehicle for profound human expression. She showed the world that the voice, no matter how virtuosic, is merely a tool for storytelling, and she wielded that tool with a mastery that continues to inspire and challenge every singer who dares to step into the Queen of the Night's shoes. So, What's the big secret behind Natalie Dessay's legendary F6? Here's the thing, it's not one secret, it's a towering, meticulously constructed stack of micro-decisions, each one precise, each one dramatically charged. It's the subtle, almost imperceptible profile turn that manipulates formants. It's the swift, lateral inhale that loads the breath like a weapon. It's the brilliant addition of the seventh harmonic, giving that bell-like ring to a note that could easily sound thin. It's the low G sucker punch, that sudden dramatic plummet that solidifies her command. It's the darker vowel on Hölle, a quiet nod to Masonic symbolism. It's the uncompromising 0.7-second cutoff, honoring Mozart's staccato dot with surgical precision. It's the 4% extra subglottic pressure, transforming a physical limitation into a laser-focused strength. And above all, it's her unwavering refusal to treat the Queen's rage as some cartoonish outburst, instead portraying it as the raw, complex, and terrifying anguish of a mother pushed beyond all limits. Stack all these elements together, layer them with unwavering dramatic conviction, and what do you get? You get the moment when an F6 stops being just a note, a mere frequency on the musical scale. It becomes a threat, it becomes a declaration. It becomes a chilling, unforgettable statement of power and despair. Natalie Dessay didn't just reach the summit of that vocal mountain. She planted a flag there that screams, "Proceed at your own peril." So who do you think tops her? Who dares to challenge that legacy? Drop your contender in the comments below, smash that like button if you found this deep dive as thrilling as I did, and I'll see you next time for more opera secrets that hit harder than a high F. And don't forget, subscribe to Opera Brownn for more jaw-dropping moments, legendary voices, and the stories behind the music you love.